Welcome back, my regular individuals, to another episode of A Word with Erica. I have a question. Do you have any scars? Have any scars that tell a story? I do. I have a lot of them. And it's funny because there are some scars that we have that are just so memorable. Some of them, when we tell someone, hey, how did that happen? You're able to tell them a story, whether it be it wasn't funny then, but it's funny now, or oh, I hadn't thought about that in a minute. Like there are feelings attached to our stories, to our scars. I'm gonna share one of my scars with you. I have this scar on my hand here. The cat scratched me and it turned into a sore. But this one, um, we were younger and my sister, she was burning a straw. And I guess the fire caught her hand or it started to melt and it got on her hand. So she threw it and it landed on my hand. And if I say something about it today, she was like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I was there. Yes, you did. And it's absolutely hilarious now. But back then it hurt. So we all have scars that, can tell us that we can tell a story about. And right now I'm laughing at this one because it's pretty funny. I also have a scar on my inner calf because as a kid I was a complete idiot. And me and my friends, it was three of us, we were sitting on the porch in the projects and we were doing the ice and salt challenge where you put some salt, piece of ice, put some salt on top of the ice and see who can let theirs melt the longest. It burns. Like it literally burns your skin off. And my dumb self, I did it the whole time until the ice was no more. And that was a scar that lasted for years and years. I can still faintly see it, but I would never, ever forget the stories. But I tell you what, I came out victorious. Even though it was something dumb, there was a challenge there. There was a challenge in my life. And so now I have a scar that I can tell a story about. But in that story, I came out victorious. As you can see, I have on another shirt, and this one says, your scars tell a story of victory. And if you want one of these, we can get these done. You can get it on this color shirt or a different color background. I will give you guys more information as business starts, to boom or starts to work. But you can place your order. You can send me an email at awordwitherica@gmail.com. You can put in a comment. I'll share websites and all those details here later. But your scars. So, of course, we may have outward scars. We have visible scars. But we also have invisible scars. How are those scars that are etched deep into our heart and deep into our mind that we don't want to talk about? But if you're still here today, even if your inner scar happened just 2-3 months ago, if you're still here today, you came out victorious. You came out victorious and you're a better person today. You are a better person today. So I will be sharing some of my scars from being homeless with my children. I've been homeless about 3 times. Probably while I was pregnant with both my kids. And I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago. 3-4 years ago. My children and I were homeless. But look at where I am today. I'm here. I have a place. My children and I are together. Even though I tried to give up my children to give them a better life because I couldn't provide for them, we are here and together today. And that's one of my victorious stories, one of my better ones. I was down in the dumps to where I didn't want to be here. I found myself in a hospital because I was done with life. I was done not being able to provide for my children. I was done feeling like I didn't matter. I was done with this life. I was done not knowing what was going on, why I was feeling this way and why I felt that way. But again, look at me now. I'm thriving. I'm not in the best place that I can be in life, but I'm in a good place because I was able to, though those scars are still with me, I was able to continue to move forward. And this here is just a little bit of my story. This is just a little bit of the inner scars that I have. From sexual abuse to almost dying, to dropping out of school, to hurting other people. Like, it's just crazy. Life is crazy. But like I said in a couple videos ago, we are all capable of change. We don't have to allow our scars or our past to define us. They don't determine who you become. But I think the things we go through help mold us, help guide us. Like, you go through enough stuff, you kind of become callous to it. And it's just another scar. It's just healing over and over. You become callous to the pain. You're like, I know something's gonna come. Like, I grew up in church and I always heard, if you're not currently in the storm, either you just came out of a storm or you're about to go into one. So with that being drilled into my head, and after all of the things that I've been through over and over again, I'm ready for it. I'm okay with going through the pain. I'm okay with going through stuff because I know who my Father is, and I know that He's got my back always, even through the toughest time. Like, He's trained me with my past scars. He's trained me to go through some of the things that I'm about to go through or that I've recently gone through. And I'm okay with that. And you, regular individual, I want you to be okay too. Because the troubles don't last always. It may last for a while and you don't see any light at the end of the tunnel, but it's there. So don't give up. And I know if you've ever been through something and you was like, dang, while I was going through it, I didn't think that I would ever come out of that. I didn't think I would ever get through that. I can't believe I went through that. I can't believe I allowed that to happen. Those are your scars. Whether you've been brokenhearted, whether you've been abused, whether someone has put their hands on you, you've been on the brink of death at your own hands or the hands of someone else, and you are still here today, please believe you came out victorious. Even if you're homeless, even if you're living in a shelter, because I've been there too. You're still here. You're victorious. So those scars, whether physical, mental, emotional, or physical, you look back on it and it sparks an emotion. And if it's still anger, when you think about it, you still got some healing to do. You still got some healing to do. Sorry. You still got some healing to do, and you're going to be okay. But if you can laugh at those scars, or if you can say, that taught me a lesson. Oh, I remember that. But you don't feel anger or resentment for it, please believe you have definitely come out victorious. And you're in a better space because of it. And no, we don't want to go through these things. We don't want to go through hell. We don't want to have to fight for our lives. We don't want to struggle. But if we can band together and struggle together, if we can have someone on the other end supporting us, or if we can see that someone, another regular individual, has gone through some things and they have come out on the other side, even if it's just barely, they came out and you came out. Keep going. Don't give up, please. Because right now, you're a regular individual, and you'll always be a regular individual, but you can become an extraordinary individual because you decided to keep going. And you decided to allow your scars to be memories of things that you won't go back to, you won't allow anymore, or something that you can use as a tool or a fire to keep going. Now, there's no way, it's a lesson. There's no way that you're going to catch me doing the ice salt challenge ever again. I definitely learned a lesson, and I still have the scar. But even in our lives, those lessons that we have to learn, those inner scars, will teach us just a little bit different, how to move differently in the future, how to use that as a tool for growth. So if you've made it this far in the video, you regular individuals, I appreciate you. You matter. Don't give up, because your scars tell a story of victory. If you can write all your stories down, do that as well. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I'll see you on the next episode.